Hi friends, and welcome back to Connerty Meadows Farm. In today's video we are going to go over some quick things about getting a new milk cow for your homestead. First thing we're going to show you how to do is how to halter your new cow. If you've never haltered before, we just go over some basic points on how to put it on and how to walk with it. Then we're going to move on to how to training your cow to go on to a milking stanchion. And this is rather important when you want to milk your cow. You want them to be able to enter and exit the stanchion safely and in a manner that also keeps you safe. We hope you find this video helpful for when you're ready to own your own milk cow. This video jumps out of order slightly. We picked up Freyja and 7 days later she had her calf, but I was videotaping on and off throughout that 7 days, and I felt that some of the later footage actually needed to be at the beginning of the video for you. So I apologize. Hopefully you find it all informative. At this point in the video, we've had Freyja for 9 days, and we were the ones to teach her to halter train. She had never been on a halter prior to coming to our farm.
This is a halter that we use for our cows, and you're going to put the piece that pulls tight underneath their chin. The middle piece goes over their nose, and the solid piece that doesn't move here goes around their head. And what that happens is when you pull on this, it tightens up and applies pressure to the top of their head, which encourages them to walk forward. Oh. Hello, Clixo. Hey, Freyja, you gonna demonstrate how to put it on? So the lead always will be on the right side.
And by right side, I mean right when you are looking at her, and it will be held in your right hand as you walk beside her.
So you can see that's the part that tightens, and then it goes over the nose, and then the part that goes over the ears. And then when you pull on the side, you can see it tightens up all the way around her head and under her chin. And then the leash is on the right hand side. And that's it.
It's been 3 days since we picked up Freyja, and this is only her second real time walking on a halter.
For a cow that's not walked on a halter before, that's definitely an udder. Easy, girl.
Where I've drawn the stick figure is exactly where you would want to have someone with a grain bucket to convince the cow to walk forward. As the cow continues to walk forward, you'll see where her grain is. You can also have them drop the grain straight into there. Where the hands are, if you need to encourage them forward, you can push them on their bum, and that will get them on the stand for you. Lock your head gates in place and make sure that there's grain in the front so that they are comfortable and happy in their new milk stanchion. The video that you just saw of Freyja walking up onto the stand was actually only her second time on the stand. The first time she was on the stand was when we were just testing it to make sure that it was the right size for her. It wasn't even complete at that point.
Hey, Freyja. She's got very teeny teats. It's going to be a little difficult to hand milk, but
I mean, my hands are cold, so I don't blame
yeah,
her.
but she's still got really teeny teats, but the won't make a difference on the milking machine.
She's not even twitching.
No, she's not. She'll be able to kick up on the other side, but in theory, with the thing on, she should not.
My hands
If I have it set right, she shouldn't be able to kick up on this side. Yeah, she's no problems.
Did you even really need that thing?
Yeah, she's definitely got a calf in there. Yeah, if you took that off, she'd kick. So this is called an anti-kick bar, and there's a little piece of skin right here that you tuck it up underneath, and then you just lift, and it pops over the back of the spine. And all that does is prevents them from kicking at you. Oh, that calf is close. So what Thomas was doing, he was just teaching her that we'll touch her udder and her teats, and that we're not hurting her. This is just to teach her to allow us to milk. And that's a can't kick bar. And it just goes like that and down. And you can see it just hooks in underneath the skin there a little bit. And as you can see, Miss Freyja isn't bothered by any of it. It's a good kitty. Good cow. The kitties are up there.
Spending time with your cow on the stanchion before the calf is born is a great bonding experience and a way to teach her that it's not a bad place to be when it is actually time to milk her. Now, getting her off of the stand can be a little bit more of a challenge. You're going to want to grab her lead rope and pull it backwards. You can have someone on the outside of the stanchion do this. You can push on her shoulders in the front and therefore help guide her back. A cow's natural instinct is to turn around, so you want to prevent this and push on her shoulders to help her go back. Now, Freyja was a rock star, and the first time we put her on the milking stand, she actually figured out quite quickly how to back up, and we haven't had any problems with her since. This video clip shows Freyja backing off the stanchion for only the second time. She was an absolute superstar, and we had no issues with her learning to back out on her own after applying the techniques that I just previously told you about.
Wow, she backs with no issues. That's awesome. Teaching a cow to back up is one of the hardest things you can teach.
Let's just quickly tuck Freyja away in the stall that we had her in when we first brought her home. And now we're going to move over to after she had her calf. I find calves to be a lot more difficult to train to the halter than cows. They don't like the pressure on their head, and more often than not will flop right over and lay on their side and just look at you. Calypso was pretty good. We just used the wheelbarrow technique, lifting her up in her behind and walking her forward to getting her to go. Once she figured out that she could follow Mom, though, she was okay.
Behind you. Look to your side. She's right there.
Oh, Freyja girl.
Thanks for hanging out with us on the farm, and we'll see you next time.